I emerged from the depths of sleep's dark seas, drawn up from the darkness by the ringing of the telephone. I rolled over, trying to pretend I'd not heard the noise, but it kept on going, each ring removing what was left of sleep's cobwebs. Slowly I reached over and picked up the phone. "Hello," I said, trying to shake the sleep from my brain. "Pete? Pete, is that you, Pete?" came a female voice. I was a little puzzled. I certainly was not Pete. "Sorry," I said, "I think you got the wrong number." "Oh," replied a female voice, which what I thought sounded like a sob. "I'm so sorry to trouble you." I tried to make up for my half-asleep state and replied, "It's okay, I had to get up, the phone was ringing." I got no reply, just the click of the phone being put down. I thought little more of the incident until later that morning when the phone rang again. "Pete, Pete, is that you, Pete?" came a female voice I now knew. "I'm sorry," I replied, "there's really no Pete at this number. Are you sure you have the correct number?" She gave me the number, and sure enough, it was mine. "I'm sorry," I said, "that is my number, but really there is no Pete here." I heard a huge sob this time from the other end of the phone. "Thank you," came a voice now thick with tears. "I'm so sorry. I just have to speak to Pete. I really do. And this was the number he gave me. I just don't know what to do." I should have said goodbye at this point. Instead, something made me keep this lady on the phone talking to try and find out what was the matter. After about an hour's conversation, I found that her name was Deanne, and she lived down near the south coast. She was trying to get hold of a man called Pete, who, as far as I could understand, had either done something to her or she wanted him for something. Deanne was very quiet about this whole thing. I hoped I managed to make her feel a little better, though. Talking on the phone to a strange woman who was obviously very upset was not easy, but I tried. By the end, I do believe she'd even stopped crying. I went to bed that night with a smile on my face, feeling that I managed at least one good thing that day. I just turned out the light when the phone rang once more, and I picked it up. "Hello," said the voice I now knew was Diane. "I'm so sorry to trouble you. I hope you're not sleeping." "It's okay," I answered. "I'm just happy to hear your voice. How are you doing?" I heard a laugh for the first time. "I'm fine," said Deanne, in a voice calm compared to her earliest call. "Your talk really helped me understand what's going on and what I had to do. I know it might sound strange, but you being there made everything so clear. I know exactly what I have to do, and no matter what people say and what has to be done for me and my unborn child." So now I knew the problem. She carried on. "No matter what you hear in future, please know I am happy, and that your helping me has meant more than anything I can tell you." This statement puzzled me a little. "You've been a friend," she went on, "a stranger who stopped to offer me a helping hand, and for that I am very grateful. No matter what happens or where you go, know that in some way my thoughts and prayers will always be with you." I smiled. "Thank you," I said. I'm just grateful I could help." "You did more than help," she replied. "You cared. That is something few people have done." I swear at this point I heard a voice calling her name. "I just wanted to thank you," she said, and I could swear she was laughing. "You show me the light." With the last comment, the line went dead. I looked at the clock. It was 10 o'clock at night, and so I settled down to sleep. All the time the words from Deanne rolled round my head. In the morning I woke, feeling very happy with myself and wondering if I could get another call from Diane. In fact, I thought I really would like to speak to her again. I sipped my morning cup of tea and looked through the local paper. A headline caught my eye. "Young woman's body found." I read on. "A young woman, later identified as Diane Russell, was found on the beach yesterday evening. The body of Miss Russell, who was 7 months pregnant, was found by a man walking his dog at 9 p.m. yesterday evening. The story went on, but I couldn't read it. Something didn't make sense. I knew without even working all of it out that this was Deanne from the phone calls, but I couldn't understand the times. I called the local police and tried to get some more information. Indeed, it was the Deanne I'd spoken to. In fact, the police, who'd found my number in her room, were keen to ask me some questions. I put on my coat and hurried to the station, and after several hours left still puzzled. Indeed, the body had been found at 9 p.m. The police did see that I'd received a call at 10 p.m, but from a phone number they couldn't trace. When I questioned about the time difference, the inspector just shrugged his shoulders. Her last words filled my mind. "You've shown me the light." I shuddered. Could it have been a call from an angel? At least, I thought, no matter what, I knew now she was happy.